Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Hunting Grounds. We are out here on the front porch, Brian and I, and you won't be able to see it because I got the wide angle lens on. But way back there in the clover field, we've got 3 big deer out there right now. Just cool to see. We have a guest visitor on the show today, and that is called The Rain. We haven't seen it in a long time here on the Hunting Grounds. And you'll be noticing I'm not going to be filming myself the entire time like I am doing right now. We've got Brian over here. He's a new field staff member, and he's there they go. Oh, there's 4.
Yeah.
He lives pretty close by, so he'll be able to help out, hopefully filming a lot of these management techniques, maybe even be behind the camera on some hunts. That brings up the question that I'm going to get. I know I'm going to get it. Hey Steve, do you have openings for field staff positions or pro staff? Yes, I do. We'll be adding field staff, and you have to earn your spot to pro staff. So we'll be adding field staff, and if you prove you got what it's got to be our pro staff, we'll advance from there. So over here or over here, one of the sides, I will have a link actually that you guys can click on. Go to it. It's going to go to our website, go down to the bottom of our website, download the application, fill it out, send it back to us, and I will read every single one of them, I promise you. Even if we don't add you to the show, we will keep them on file. If you improve on your application, just improve it and update it and send it back into us. So we've got some work to do because the rain is actually here. I wish you guys could see those deer. They look like to be all does. There are 4 really big does, but we're actually going to be shooting down there here in just a little bit, and so stay tuned. We'll show you why. Well, we made it back to the very north staging plot. This is a food plot that I planted specifically to be a staging plot. It's completely surrounded by timber here. The deer like to come out here early and stage up in this clover plot before heading south into our soybean and our clover fields there. But this staging plot is already proving to be a hot spot. We've seen some of our biggest bucks coming out here and staging up every single evening. And because it is raining, I've got fertilizer that we had in the shop. It's not specifically what I'd like to put down on clover because it does have nitrogen in it. Anytime you're putting fertilizer on a food plot, I'd suggest taking as much of the nitrogen, if not all of it, out of the fertilizer, because clover is going to produce its own nitrogen. Too much of anything when you're fertilizing can burn a food plot. But we're going to do a light coat here because it is going to give it a good boost. And we'll probably leave this food plot completely untouched because it's looking pretty good. There's not very many weeds in it. And then this fall we're going to come in, broadcast some brassicas over it. And this food plot, I can promise, is going to be a hot spot that you guys are going to be seeing on the upcoming episodes. So here on the Hunting Grounds, we do put out minerals 365 days a year. While we're out here taking care of this clover plot, we're going to replenish it with the Trophy Rock 465, clean up some of this tall Johnson grass that's growing up around here to make sure our spy points have a very clear image of the bucks coming in. They're really keying in on these areas, and right now it's a great time to take inventory of the bucks that are coming in to see what we've got to hunt, hopefully here in the next month or so. But I want to pull these out. I keep pulling them out, just keep coming back. I can hide half a rack right there. Perfect. Well, since we were on the topic of clover plots, I decided to come down to the most southern clover plot on our property and show you guys what's up with this clover plot. We planted this in the Eagle Seed clover mix earlier this year, and it's really done good. Took it a while to get established, had some problems with some grasses, came in with the herbicide, sprayed it, and the grasses went away, and now we are dealing with broadleafs. But we've been in extreme drought until pretty much this week. We're forecasted for rain the rest of the week, but pretty much because we were in a severe drought, this clover was already stressed. I decided not to come in here and to brush hog it again while it was under stress and try to eliminate some of these broadleafs. I have brush hogged it a couple times this summer. I usually try to wait to make sure there's rain in the forecast either later that day or within the next 2 days after brush hogging, so it doesn't stress it too much. But the broadleafs are becoming a problem here, so I went ahead and ordered some 2,4-DB, and it will be here this next week. It will eliminate all the broadleafs in here and not bother the clover. So I'm going to get in here and spray it this upcoming next week, and it should be looking really, really good at that point, because there is a lot of clover in here. It's just mixing with broadleafs right now. Then later on, as we get closer to planting season for the fall, food plots will come in here and we'll no-till drill some brassica mixes in here from Eagle Seed, and this food plot will be hopping. We just chased a few deer out as we came into this property, and I know this food plot's really going to be providing some good nutrition, not only right now, because you can tell even though there's a lot of weeds in here, they're still in here browsing pretty heavily, but this fall it's going to be a key component in making sure that we take some good deer off this property. Well, we're down to the final project of the day, and you guys are probably wondering, what in the world are you doing with a ladder out here, Steve? Have you lost your mind? Yes and no, I've lost my mind, but I do have a reason to my madness out here. This next Saturday, we are going to go pick up some products from a new sponsor. We are proud to announce that Redneck Hunting Blinds is coming on as a partner with their show. We'll be going up and picking up one of their 10-foot stands, a 6-foot stand, and one of their bell blinds, and so we are out here, and I'm going to get on this ladder and start looking around, because we're up here in the Ozarks, and the contour and the topography of our land up here can be in 40-60 yards. Topography's changed. You have a slope or a holler or a depression where the deer can hide, so having these shooting houses out here is going to give us a huge advantage, and what I'm doing is looking to see what kind of advantage it's going to give us and where I want to place these stands when we actually get them here. So I'm going to climb up, take a look to see where we want to position over this food plot, and then we're going to go back to the north food plots and see what we can do there. So it's going to give us a huge advantage when the weather's nasty, kind of like it is today, and we don't want to be up in a tree stand exposed with our cameras. And the one thing I'm really super excited about is the amount of kids that we can get up in these. We're going to be elevated. You guys all know when you're taking a kid hunting, especially if you're in a ground blind, on ground level, trying to get really close to those deer so the kids don't have too far to shoot, sometimes you get busted with the littlest of movement. So this is going to help us get elevated. I can't wait to hunt out of our new Redneck blinds. We're going to take you guys on the road with us Saturday. We're going to go pick them up, so we'll probably be live on Facebook, so be sure to follow us on there, and we're going to get to looking and wrap this up. So we'll see how much this changes. We'll clear some shoot lanes back here in the woods, just in case somebody wants to hang up and knock them out. Man, you can see everything. And see more this way. We're going to come out some of these trees for sure. Cut a lot of these out. Alright, so we've come back to the north side of the property. We're going to scout around with the ladder and see where we're going to put the 10-foot buck palace by Redneck Blinds up back here. There's just so many areas that we can put it. But that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. Don't forget, we're going to take you guys on the journey to pick up the Redneck Blinds this Saturday, so you can tune in probably live on Facebook. And guys, I've got buck fever so bad that I've been watching some of our past hunts on YouTube. I encourage you guys to go do it. We have some awesome hunts from last year, and then if you want to get really courageous and go way back, like 5-6 years ago when we first started, and see how far we've come, we have 270 plus videos on there. I encourage you guys to go watch them, subscribe on our channel, and guys, until next time, go to your way to get a youth or a new hunter involved in the outdoors, and as always, have a better than average day. Go one step higher. There you go. It's pretty stable.
Man.
You can see way over there, can't you?
Way over there.
Oh yeah. And that's
awesome whenever you have.
and that's only 6 foot right there. If you got like another 4 foot, you'd be in the 10-foot buck palace, and you see everything.
It's gonna look great when you got that pond in there.
Oh yeah. Well, and then there'll be a pond right over here, a big pond, and then that small little holding pond by the staging plot back there.